In this video, I'm going to show you how to do the AC/DC voltage testing for a Cerberus Powertronics MXL. This is actually a Siemens MXL. It still has the old branding, so on the front, the old head can, the Cerberus Powertronics MXL. Siemens bought Cerberus many years ago, so now it's a Siemens MXL. This is all the old card and panel info. You see on the back here, you got your CPU, and it says right there, Siemens model MKB-2. So it's a Cerberus housing, but it's a Siemens CPU, so it's a Siemens panel, so it's a Siemens MXL. Anyway, we're going to do the AC/DC voltage testing. So we're going to verify our primary power, which is our AC coming in here. You see it coming from the side over here. So you have the conduit where it's coming down, and then it comes into the side, and then it goes to our bank here, and then from there powers our panel, and then we have our backup power. So we have two 18-volt batteries, 12-volt, 18-amp, and they are looped together, which makes a 24-volt backup system. So what we're going to do is take our voltage readings for our standby voltage. So just as we're sitting here. So we're going to turn the meter on. Going to grab our leads. And we're going to shove them in to our little ports here. I actually thought this was going to be easier. I could probably remove this. I probably should have. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe it's not okay. Maybe we're not. I removed it. Screw it. I removed it. It was bothering me. Sometimes you got to improvise. There we go. Sheesh. My skills today are not good. So we're at 121.5 AC volts on our primary power. Okay. And then on our backup power, we're going to test from the loop on the charging circuit going to the panel, not the loop connecting them, but the charging circuit loop. So we're going to test our charging circuit. And you test it over the battery leads. Whew. Come on. My one-handed skills today. All right. My apologies. Got to hit the right button first. My apologies. That was a user error. There we go. Sheesh. Okay. We're at 27.2 DC volts. So we're on there. You can see we're on there. Okay. So trust me, bro. We got it. That's what I'm going to say. Trust me, bro. All right. So AC and DC is good. Our standby voltage. So now we're going to go. Before we go, we got to go find our breaker. So it's labeled here on the power. 1H3A ER20. So this is the breaker panel, 1H3A ER, and it's circuit number 20. So now we're going to locate the breaker panel. So it's right here, 1H3A-ER. They even wrote MXL on it, so you would know. And it's going to be breaker number 20. You have your identification card on the inside here. On this system, it has 20 as the ADT panel. It used to be an ADT panel. It no longer is. It's a Siemens MXL now. So this should probably be updated. And there's no lock on the breaker, but that's fine. So we're going to kill the power. And then we're going to measure the voltage under load now. So we have our trouble. Actually, let me turn my light on so people can read. The lighting's very bad in here. So see our lights flashing. So it's solid when the power's on normally, and it flashes when the power's off. So we have our trouble signals for the power supply of main FCP power. I also got a bunch of other troubles for my testing. So we know the power's off because the panel says it's off, but let's check with our meter like we always do. So we're going to measure our AC voltage, our primary voltage, and we're going to make sure that the power is indeed turned off. There we go. Oops, if I could, there we go. So 0 AC volts, no power. Okay. So now let's measure these troubles come into this panel very slow. Now we'll measure our batteries, our backup power under load. All right. Okay, so we're on there. Now we're at 25.6 DC volts. So we lost like over a volt, I think. Oop. There we go. Oop. Hand keeps slipping. Come on. Give it to me. My chopstick skills today are horrendous. I apologize, everyone. I got to get this weird technique. I use the knuckle technique. There we go. 25.3. There you go. See, got it with the knuckle technique. All right. So now our batteries, that's our standby voltage. I'm sorry, that's our voltage under load. So main power's off. We got our voltage under load. Remember, we're testing through the charging circuit, not the loop circuit. So now we could turn the panel back on. I'm sorry, turn the power back on. Walk all the way over to the circuit panel. So back at the panel again. Same panel, 1H3A-ER. Circuit number 20. Even though it's labeled wrong here because of the old panel, but I know it's the right one. So we're going to flip it back on. And then we will take one final measurement reading just to be sure that everything's back to normal. So the panel still hasn't figured out that the power's on yet because it's still flashing. So I'll just give it a minute. Just give it a minute. Let the panel realize that it does have power. And then the light will go solid. Just so you all can see how the proper procedure works. These MXLs are old panels. Just give it a second. I already know the power's on and I could test it, but I just want it to recognize that everything's okay. Look how long it takes. Look how long it fucking takes. It's still flashing. Look at the board in the meantime. Wow, look at this board. It's amazing, right? There we go. We got our trouble in there now. Now the light is solid. So now the power's back on. And if we turn our light on, we could see we got new troubles and we have our outs. So our trouble's restored. So that's what our out signal's for. So again, I got a bunch of other troubles because I have disables on the panel. So it's just part of my test. But we have our power light solid now. So now we'll do a voltage test one final time. Just to make sure everything's back to normal. Don't just trust the panel, actually test with your tools. You know what? Knuckle test. Knuckle test. Did I get it? Fucking got it. There we go. 121.5 AC volts. So, come on, camera hand. There we go. One of these days I'm going to get recording glasses or something, or a head mount. There we go. All right. So AC volts good. Back to normal. Now our DC volts. All right. And now we're back to 27.3. So we were down like a volt and a half, I think. So it's kind of low. But that was it was on while under load. So now it's with the panel back on. So now the charging circuit's back on. So everything's good. Everything's back to normal. Power's back on. Voltage test is good. So that is how you do the AC/DC voltage testing for a Siemens MXL fire alarm panel. Again, this has the old Cerberus housing and everything, but Siemens bought Cerberus many years ago, and now it's Siemens, and it has the Siemens CPU and all that. Anyway, that's it for this video.